Now this plant, let's say in Bermuda, because we depend on a lot of our food being imported into Bermuda, right? So if it got to this point where we could not get access to food, you can survive on the sea purslane alone. Okay.
Don't taste bad either.
Now also this has it is
Yeah.
salty.
Yeah, it's salty.
Tastes
It is
good.
salty.
I want to taste.
Yeah. Now this plant also has more omega-3 oils in it than fish. Okay.
All right.
It's also been known to help people with or children with ADHD, dementia, and Alzheimer's as well. Okay. So you can eat it raw. You can put it in your soups and your salads, your smoothies. It does keep quite long in the fridge once you pick it. People have also taken the stems and pickled the stems. One thing I want you to pay attention to is now this plant it grows only on the rocks, mainly on the rocks. You will find it along the seashore areas as well, but it does like to grow in the rocks. Now, what does that tell you about a plant that grows in the rocks?
It doesn't need that much water.
Solid.
Right, it gets that's a good answer. It also gets a lot of its nutrients from the rocks and the minerals. Absolutely. So all the minerals that your body needs, this plant has. Okay, and also, no matter how many storms we have in the island, this plant does not die. So it's very resilient. So this should tell you a lot about this plant and why we should incorporate it in our diet. Okay. Now also, oftentimes you may hear people who are have high blood pressure that tell you should not eat salt. Your body needs salt, but it's the right salt. Okay. So this is safe to eat. Okay. It's a natural salt that God has provided for us. All right. So again, this is the sea purslane. The sea purslane. We're gonna come across the land purslane also today. All right.
Almost good.
Absolutely.
And they say
Pass
people
this
can.
around. Take a leaf.
What is it?
Take a leaf. Pass it around. Yeah.
Scurvy grass, yeah.
Oh, it must be full of vitamin C.
Scrubby grass, yeah. Some say, yeah.
It must be called scurvy.
This is a long bay, hear me?
Full of vitamin
So long
C.
bay.
And it gets rid of scurvy.
Did the
Or
guys sing
vitamin
too?
A.
But the entrance near the loops side, all by that side.
If I may have everyone's attention, I just want to emphasize that it's very important for us to pay attention to some of what we are learning today, because there is going to come a time where we're not going to get access to what we have today. And, you know, this information is at no cost to you. So take advantage of learning it now, because if it gets to that point, then the Lord may decide to put me to sleep, because I have a lot of friends that say, I'm going to hang up with you, Doreen. He may decide to put me to sleep early. And I tell them all the time, you need to learn this stuff now. Okay? So God gives us plants at all the seasons when they come out. Different plants come out. Now some come out all year round. The scurvy grass is what you see here. This only comes out once a year. This is another plant that's very high in vitamin C. Now, if any of you are familiar with the name scurvy, it's associated with the disease, scurvy disease. Now, the settlers used to travel around and they ate a lot of salted pork. They ate so much of it, they broke out in a disease called scurvy disease, where they had a lot of sores and lesions, and their sores would ooze a lot all over the body. They found this plant, they started to eat it, and that's how the plant got its name, scurvy grass. Now this is one of the plants I grew up on as a child. My father would often take us and we would pick this. He would saute onions and vegetables and mix it all in with cooked rice. I like to eat mine with quinoa, which is a healthier version. So it's delicious. If you chew on it, it tastes somewhat like wasabi and broccoli together.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting flavor. It's a strong flavor.
It would be good on sushi, right?
So yeah, you could try it with sushi. That's a good way to eat it.
burning.
Comedians will pronounce it as scrubby, but the correct name is scurvy. Okay? Huh? Has a little kick to it. Yes. It has a bit of a white flower to it. This is what the actual plant looks like. The leaves feel a bit waxy. And now some of you are talking, but I'm gonna say you're gonna end up picking the wrong plant. Don't come looking for me, because it may be a fatal plant, which may end up costing you your life. So the leaves are also jagged as well. Okay. You can eat the fruit and also the tuna pads, which is the leaves. They're called tuna pads. You can eat them as well. Now the fruit would help if you are diabetic. It lowers your glucose levels. It also helps with weight loss because it has lots of fiber in there. It's high in antioxidants. It helps to reduce inflammation. It also helps to get rid of inflammation as well. I had been making juice for a lady, and she had asked me, well, how long do I have to take the prickly pear juice? I said, well, let's see. You take medication from your doctor, and you don't question him, and you don't question how long you have to take the medication, right? So plants are your medicine. This is your food. Your food is your medicine, and your medicine is your food. Okay, it's inside, so you can eat it as is, but when you pick it, please be mindful that they have lots of tiny stickers on them. So when you pick them, I would suggest using salad tongs to pick. Also wear gloves. Throw away your gloves afterwards. It don't make sense trying to save them or wash them. It's going to be a nightmare. Also, when you use for me, because I prepare lots and large quantities of the prickly pear, I put everything in my Vitamix. I blend it all, stickers and all, and then I strain it through a cloth. That's the easiest way for me. Some people will cut them off, or some people will burn them off as well. Oh yeah, or you can rub them.
A paper bag, put them in a paper bag and stick them up and down.
Yeah, you could do that as well. Yes?
So what's the ingredients for the juice?
Well, I like to do mine with fresh ginger root and lemon juice, and then you could sweeten it with agave or whatever sweetener you wish to have. Yes, it makes great sorbet. Also, fruit juice, as like I said, jam. You can also make. Yes, young man.
I was saying that, and you could use the stuff that you strain for fertilizer.
That's a good idea. I also would take it and dry it in my dehydrator and use it in a tea. So it makes your tea beautiful as well.
That's
the color.
nice.
So people have also made prickly pear bread, cupcakes. So it's endless what you can do. You don't need a whole lot of prickly pears to make jam because it yields a lot. Now when it comes to the tuna pads, you can grill them. Once you cut off the thorns, you can grill them and eat them as they are. I would go with the thinner tuna pads because they're more tender. Okay, so and also people would like a lot of people who would like to lock up their hair, but you can also use the cactus to lock up your hair as well. Yes, and everyone see this plant. Now when COVID first came out, this plant was circulating all around on WhatsApp. It's known as Jamaican blue vervain. Jamaican blue vervain.
Wait, can I see that?
It has these beautiful lilac flowers on it. You make tea with the leaves and also the seeds. Okay? Now the seeds are very potent, so you have to soak the seeds and change your water at least 3 times. It's very good for COVID, like I mentioned. Also insomnia, and has many, many other health benefits. All right? And again, it will be in the PDF that you would receive. It grows wild all over the island. Okay? Sorry? All year round. Yes. Yes. All right? So, yes?
How many of these plants that we're talking about are
Endemic?
endemic?
That's a good question. I would have to. I could send it in the PDF.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I can't remember offhand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Isn't this edible and it's very spicy?
You're still
No,
gonna
this
have
is
battery.
Mexican pepper. It's you can't.
Trying to get rid of them.
Yeah, exactly.
break your wall.
So I'll pass this around so you can have a closer look at it.
So once again, what is this again called?
Poor man's pepper grass
Poor man's pepper grass. Okay.
or the bottle brush.
You can eat it. You can eat it.
Ice plant. Ice plant. So all of this makes
What
salad.
does it taste? It tastes sour, like lemon.
She's gonna explain in a minute.
Okay, so here we have the ice plant, also known as Hottentot, or pig face. Now, why they call it pig face? It has a beautiful purple flower that comes out,
yes.
right? Before the flower comes out, it's in
yellow.
a bud. And if you look closely, the bud looks very much like a little pig's face. So that's why they call it pig face.
It's yellow, right? Is it yellow?
The bud, yellow, purple, it goes different
Okay.
colors.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, you can eat the ice plant.
Sure, Mom.
I've used it in a casserole, and you say you use it in a salad. In a salad. Now, if you chew on the ice plant, it's gonna make your mouth feel instantly dry.
Yeah.
Okay. I've used it mainly for medicinal, although you can eat it.
Your brother.
If you have a toothache or any discomfort in your mouth, you can extract the juice or chew on it and swish the juice around in your mouth. It's gonna, the pain is gonna subside. Okay, so it's very good for toothache or any other discomfort in your mouth. Okay, excellent. So there you go, the ice plant, Hottentot, or pig face. Okay, we're gonna head back this way. Slice it thin and dry it. I usually use a dehydrator, and then you roast it. When you roast it, that's how you get the coffee flavor. Tastes just like coffee. Yes.
So for those in back who couldn't hear you, can you repeat?
To make coffee, to make coffee with the root, you would take the root, slice it thin, dry it, and then when you roast the root, once it's dried, you get the coffee flavor. Okay?
If you used to dry it in like the sun,
It will take longer.
it would take long, but it would be fine to use still.
Yeah.
It wouldn't lose none of its properties. Okay, cool.
And the urinary tract thing.
Urinary tract infection is good, and it also detoxes the liver. Because if any of you are not familiar, the liver actually gets all the toxins from your body. Okay, so you also would need to find a way to detox your liver. So by making tea with this or eating it,
Raw?
it would help.
Can you eat it raw?
Before night sun.
Let me
I thought I can boil it and drink it.
Don't boil it, steep it. Yeah.
I've eaten the flour for vitamin C.
Yes, you can eat the flour.
Yeah, yeah. And it says good
Give
for
me that one
COVID.
too, so I can.
Dandelion?
Save it
COVID, the vitamin C. I ate it.
Pumpkin spice. Everything is plant-based. Everything is vegan. So we have a pumpkin spice donuts. We ask that you be mindful of portions. Take one each because I really didn't know how many people would show up. So we should have enough. This is our Barbados gooseberry cupcake. And these are mock apple pies, but they are actually made with green papaya. So it tastes like apple, but it's actually green papaya. And your beverage is rosemary lemonade. We also do catering, we also do special orders, and our drinks are in the stores as well. Okay?
So what's the name of the store drinks? What are they marketed under?
Wild Herbs and Plants of Bermuda.
Okay.
Yes.
What stores are you at?
We are in all the Rubis gas stations, Adventist Book Center, Summers. No, it used to be. Not no longer. I used to be in Bellwins, but no longer there. And Organic Oregon.
Okay.